Brooklyn Independent Television.
When Brian Robinson decided to dive into the world of wines after a visit to France, it was a most unlikely route for him to take. Now, almost 2 decades later, his passion for wine and belief in small business has led him to open Gnarly Vines Wine and Spirits. A win-win for everybody, giving locals the chance to experience global wines and anchor mom and pop stores right here on Myrtle Avenue. Hi. Nice place you guys are here.
My name is Brian Robinson. This is a shop I founded about 4.5 years ago. We celebrate the broad spectrum of wine at different prices and different styles and different places, and my customers appreciate that. That is why I have such a broad selection. It's not a narrow focus where we're just trying to churn, a few high volume wines. But this one is definitely a medium bodied, sort of more of an old world style red. I first caught the wine bug as a 15-year-old exchange student in France. Cheers. Then I spent 6 months in France after college and spent a little more time getting into wine, talking to wine shop owners, thinking more about wine, learning more about it. But then I went home and worked in a family business for about 7-8 years. And in '97, I got a job in the wine auction business. At that point, I was already pretty passionate about wine. I was like a wine geek, but it was definitely a hobby. And for a while, I was very reluctant to actually open a retail shop. You hear a lot of negativity. Oh, you'll be there all the time, or people will steal from you, or and a lot of this is all just cliche. I feel like it's a good business, and if you run it well, you get a good balance between work and life, and it's rewarding. You don't need to be an expert on everything. You don't need to taste everything. My first advice to customers would be just, enjoy what you're drinking. It's really that simple. And if you really do like wine and you are enjoying what you're drinking, pay attention to a couple things about it. Think about what grapes you're drinking, where the wine is from. Maybe learn a little bit about how it's made so that you can then start to try other things. People tend to be very adventurous with food, but they sort of fall into this sort of safety zone with wine. It all comes down to improving their happiness, their utility with their wine spending dollar. They might find a $10 bottle that they like more than a $15 bottle.
So this is Coast Nero d'Avola, 100% Nero d'Avola from Sicily.
Wine culture in Brooklyn, I think, pretty much reflects the general attitudes in Brooklyn, which I would say the overarching emphasis would be on quality, sustainability, and scalability. I think people, for the most part, would rather have something small, family-run winery over some sort of mass-produced brand. That being said, there are some small production, handcrafted, natural wines that are terrible, and there are some that are fantastic. So I always tell people you can't drink a philosophy. You can talk about, the winemaker cuts no corners, he does everything by hand, but you're leaving a lot of things to chance too, and sometimes the wines just go bad. And, just because it's made the right way, if the wine is bad, I won't sell it, I won't carry it. I certainly won't recommend it.
Basically medicinal type drinks that help. They're called
We do a lot of tastings, and a lot of people have met their neighbors and become friends just by standing next to them and talking to them during our wine tastings. So there's a nice sort of community aspect to it.
A little bit, you can smell it first,
I live in the neighborhood, a couple blocks from here. I've lived there for the last 35 years. The neighborhood, for the last couple of years, we've really, developed culturally. And part of the culture is the new stores and the new business that's coming into the neighborhood. And Gnarly came in, and I've been coming here since. We enjoy it, we enjoy the service that he provides and the collection that he has assembled.
We have artist exhibits in our store. We rotate the art about every 6 weeks. We host only local artists and only artists who shop in the store. The way I see it is I'm not looking to run an art gallery. I don't want to be the judge and say, you're a great artist and you're not. I mean, the walls are for our customers. It's just great for the store and for the staff to see new artwork every 6 weeks. It's just really invigorating. It just picks you up. You come in, you see a new show, and it's really nice. But really, I'm just really proud of the quality of work that my customers produce, and I love showcasing it.
Is it from a particular estate or just?
Yeah, so they knock you all
It helps to get an appreciation of where the neighborhood is going. Because years ago, there was nothing like this around. There was nothing where you can go get a nice bottle of wine or someone who you can talk to about it. And now that it's here, it has become a part of the neighborhood.
I live in the neighborhood, and I just know a lot of people who come to the shop, and I believe in small business. I believe in the community, and I like the way we support each other.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Neighborhood Beat for Greene and Clinton Hill. I hope my visit here has inspired you to come check out these communities for yourself. To learn more and view past episodes, check us out online at www.bricartsmedia.org/BIT. You can also find us on YouTube and iTunes if you keyword search BK Independent TV. We'll see you next time.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at bricartsmedia.org/BIT.